We are live! Hello everyone and welcome aboard the USS Gungnir, Spear of the 10th Fleet. We are gathered from across the galaxy to play Star Trek Adventures, a tabletop RPG by our friends at Modifius. Every week we continue our adventures on the wild and wonderful frontier of the Federation. And today we are going to defend some of that frontier. Because apparently there's some very bad man who's doing a racket job.
Sounds fun.
Alright. And on that note, let's set course for our adventure. Episode 12, Home Defense. Having picked up some troublemakers on Starbase Aegis, the Gungnir decides to help the small colony be under the heel of Captain Fred. This person appears to be a defector from Starfleet and is now running a racket along the Silk Road. And now it is slowly strangling the small dome colony on a Class L world. Could this Captain Fred be tied to the growing crime syndicate, or is just one of many people taking advantage of the Silk Road? And we're gonna backtrack a little bit as Lieutenant Maldone gets new orders and is cycled out to be the head of flight control and docking procedures at Starbase Aegis. So there's some quick paperwork being thrown around involving that. And also, Captain, you receive new orders about a new intelligence asset being brought on board. They are apparently assigned to your ship from the Federation in Justice Department.
Any reason why? Is this like with my guess with it being from the Justice Department, this is some form of community service?
That seems to be the idea behind it, some sort of community service. This idea. If you would like to know more, you can give me a roll.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Reason command. Let's go diff 2 and computers command to assist.
Okay, would Starfleet protocol work?
Yes, it would.
Okay, someone will go for the ship.
Gain a momentum. It appears that she's been assigned to help you on your ship in relation to a case that you are already working on. She has a known associate that you are familiar with and is willing to work with authorities to help bring them in.
Is it the Hulk?
It is.
Okay.
Would you like to meet her on the transporter room, or would you just assign her quarters? She has minimum civilian insecurity E clearance, and it is advised that she has a guard on her at all times. But otherwise, she is your asset to use in helping this case.
In brass terms, she's your pain in the ass now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, fun. I think I'll have Ross meet them and show them around to the places that they have access to.
Very well. Ross, you've been volunteered.
Hey, Cap.
Daibava is there as well. And
Are they beaming aboard?
Sure sounds like it.
they have beamed aboard. Vera, if you could introduce yourself.
Vera is a tall Orion girl who is just kind of standing very casually. She doesn't seem to be like taking a lot of this very seriously. She has a couple of scars on her nose, signs of like getting into some scuffles, and just kind of looks around, whistles. Well, this is a big ship.
It gets the job done. Welcome aboard.
And you're... I wasn't told anyone's name, so
I'm
you're gonna have to show me.
I'm Commander Rost. I'm first officer, and you are
Vera.
And what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
Well, apparently you guys are after a certain someone that I would very much like to see not around anymore.
So the old enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I mean, more or less.
Well, if you'll follow me, we'll take you to your quarters.
Oh, I get quarters? I just assumed I was going to get shipped off to the brig.
Well, not if you behave yourself.
I'll think about it.
There's the rub.
Daiba is very, very stiff and eyeing you suspiciously, but she doesn't say anything yet. But you can, Vera, you can give me a presence medicine difficulty 2. So on your sheet, you want to highlight the presence and the medicine in button, and you always start off with 2d20s on the task roller. If you would like additional dice, you may purchase them with threat or momentum equally. First dice costs 1, second extra dice costs 2, third extra dice costs 3.
Alrighty. I don't think I will spend any for now. I'll just keep it as is. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Very, very well. She glares at you and then shakes her head off. And sure, let's have fun with this. Ross, you can give me insight medicine difficulty 1. Yeah, you recognize that look on Daiba. She was attempting to read Vera's emotions and is having trouble getting a beat on it, and she's frustrated by this.
Well, if you'll follow me, we'll show you to your quarters. And as I understand it, you're required to have a security officer escort you wherever you go and be present at your quarters. I'm sure you'll understand.
Yeah, there it is.
It's better than the brig.
I sure hope it is.
Now, of course, you'll have access to the crew common areas, the lounge, observation areas. You will not have access to the bridge or engineering spaces or any other sensitive spots. So, as long as you're playing by the rules, we'll be as hospitable to you as we can.
Of course. And do you all have one of those fancy Starfleet holodecks? You know, the good things?
I think the answer is yes. We do have, I think, 2 holodecks.
Yeah, there's 2 holodecks on board, but as a guest, you have to put yourself on a waiting list, or there's like scheduled times you can request. In the meanwhile, you guys are en route to this new planet. You have a couple of troublemakers with you. Would these troublemakers be in the brig or guest quarters, Captain? The 2 people who tried stealing from Starfleet.
Hey, they shot me. They're definitely in the brig.
And if they're not behaving, they're probably unconscious.
After they were detained, they're behaving and they've requested your assistance. But they can be in the brig in the meantime. Would you like to speak with them or interview them, or dare I say interrogate them while you're en route? Any questions you want to ask them before you arrive on the system?
Hold them out a freaking airlock.
I mean, they had good reason for doing what they did. They just had bad plans.
What's our ETA to the colony?
Jim?
Sorry, I was interrupted.
Okay.
And all right. The name of the colony is Taka Dente, because of course it is.
think they were asking our ETA to it.
ETA 3 days.
Okay. I think I'll start with these 3 days is to actually meet Avira by inviting her to like the Gadium or any place like that.
Inviting Vera or inviting one of the kids?
Vera, because she because of mutual whole thing for taking down the Hulk.
Okay. Do you want anyone else there or just you and her in private?
I think I'll have Goss and
Yeah,
maybe
we don't.
Goss and who on the main crew will want to join me.
Upon hearing there's an Orion on board, she's going to inoculate the command staff for Orion pheromones. Just putting that out there. That's like step 1.
Yep.
And then the captain can do whatever he wants. That's all I wanted to say.
Control medicine diff 2 to create that advantage.
Yep.
I mean, I do have the medicine like 5 hours worth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend the momentum. I will. Go ahead. Really? Alright. Looks like I'm spinning my determination early this time. Jesus.
I mean, you don't have to. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, I do, because she's not about to play games with this. Ship a home, accrue a factory.
Can I
Oh, I
affect
did
it
pass.
at all?
Never mind.
Can I affect it at all, seeing as she's not actually trying to do anything with pheromones?
The pheromones is a passive thing, so
Yeah, you can't not use it.
yeah. And this crew's paranoid
So-
about such things. But
If I passed, I don't have to use it. Looks like I passed. So I'm good. I won't use my determination yet.
actually, you do because none of the assist goes in without.
I had
Oh wait, that was yeah, that was one of your rerolls.
cautious medicine. Yeah.
Okay, but Vera, you can help with I'll say reason medicine in roll 1 dice if you want to assist in this and say no. Here's a sample of my pheromones. Let's make an antidote for this. If you want to cooperate with the thing.
Sure, yeah, I cooperate. 1 die, right?
Yep, just 1d20 reason medicine. Ruh-roh.
Oh,
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't out to get you.
I'm gonna save that for later, but you do inoculate the crew.
Huh. Okay.
You kind of get the feeling talking to Vera that she doesn't know a lot about her own anatomy in detail, which not a lot of people know. Like, okay, the heart's here, but I don't know the specific chemical function of my hormones.
Yeah. Nira's had to run into 1 or 2 Orion women in the past because of a certain captain.
Sorrel, would you like to sit in on this meeting?
Yes.
You may do so.
But yeah, Sorrel can sit in. Morgana isn't. She was just inoculating the crew
Okay.
to make sure.
Reasonable.
Because even Crusher didn't sit in on every one of those meetings.
You are having a nice sit down.
I think for this, I would like to quickly figure out what was her a sentence, like pretty much the crime she did. Or note that the Justice Department have. If you catch what I'm saying, GM.
Mm-hmm. You want to look over her criminal record.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corbett.
Yeah, if you click on her sheet, I have that on there.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Nonviolent piracy, destruction of Starfleet property. She surrendered herself 6 months ago, and she is let out on good behavior, with strings. The strings being that she has to help you.
Okay.
I might want to point out, GM, that due to one of my traits, Vera might already know who I am, for good and ill, for good or ill.
Which trait is that?
Feared in the underground.
Yeah, you. Words and echoes of Cardassian Bajoran and have made their way to your ears, Vera. And now you're standing across the room from a Cardassian Bajoran with a mustache. Actually, no, it's a whole goatee.
Yeah, she kind of glances. She noticeably glances over, goes, "Huh," and then focuses her attention back on the captain.
Okay. First, welcome to the Gungnir. I received a message from the justice system that you will be assisting us against the Hulk.
That's what I'm understanding. I would like to see that man taken care of as soon as possible.
And what have you got against the Hulk?
Well, I worked for him for a time, and I have seen what he's done firsthand.
What tactical information can you provide?
Well, he seems to be raising a path wherever he pleases, but I know my way around some areas, Starfleet might not know about.
Understandable.
I can get you there too.
Okay. That will be good help. I think another good question is, why is he calling himself the Hulk?
He's very large.
Descriptive, logical.
I'm pretty tall, and he's well over me.
Yeah, he's like a full head taller than you, Vera.
Yeah, for reference, Vera is like 6'9".
Fairly tall.
Yeah, so he's big.
What did he do to you that prompts you to seek to aid us?
He asked me to do something I wasn't comfortable with.
Indeed.
Okay. Above a game GM, Hulk has been using the Borg nanite infused weapons. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Which, Vera, this would be something that you would not know. This would have been a recent development while you were in prison.
I figured it's just more escalation from him.
Yeah.
So apparently he improved for the worst.
That tracks.
Okay, I think I'll simply, pretty much we still have to do 2 stops before we could focus on dealing with the whole Hulk. So there's a chance you'll have to find ways to keep yourself occupied without causing trouble on the ship.
I mean, really, if I wanted to cause trouble, I would have done it well before going somewhere in the vacuum of space.
Understood.
I could fly out one of your shuttles out of here, but I'm not even sure I could outfly this sort of ship in a shuttle.
Sir, do you want to equip her with one of the explosive neck collars?
We don't have those.
I can replicate one.
I'm not going to be a problem.
No, you are not.
And with that, let's see, spend what? We pull into orbit of Takadente. Sorrel,
Yes.
let's go ahead and do a quick science scan.
Okay.
Reason Science Diff 2, assisted by sensors. Pitch brings me down to Diff 1.
Sorry, I'm sorry. One. Alright, I'm just gonna do this straight up. Yeah.
Gain momentum. And hope. Oops. And hopefully this works. Document should be loading on your Discord.
Alright.
And Ross, document loading on yours.
So it looks like I'm getting system information here for Tataka Dente.
Yep. Yep, this is the whole system. Let me know if you have any additional questions.
The starport, which planet is it located on?
The starport is on Takadente 3.
Takadente 3. Yeah, so I informed the captain that the starport is on a Class K planet with 2 moons, the third planet from the sun of the solar system. Atmosphere is very thin. Will require the use of compressors. It's a low water planet, only 30%. It's a small colony in the thousands. There are 9 planets in the system. Number of different classes. Takadente 9 has 47 small moons and 6 large moons. I suspect it's a gas planet, Class J. If I remember Class J, it's a gas.
Class J, A is Jovian.
Yep. All right. I've got some more details, Captain, if you need it.
Lay it on me.
Yes, of note, the atmosphere is not really breathable. Well, if you're outside the dome, you will require a face mask to compress the atmosphere to breathe.
Yep, it's 79.5% methane.
Yep.
So that's not breathable.
Yeah, so...
Whose idea was to put a colony here?
Well, Class Ks can be livable if you put a biome in it or a enclosed colony. Some moons are like that. Great for special resources and research facilities.
Yep, this is a
You wouldn't want to
scout.
build a city here, but you could build a small colony.
Yeah, it appears to be a scout base, this starport. So as a base of base for scouting.
Way station on the way to the stars.
There you go. I don't know. I don't know if the scan would give me the government information, but I can relay that if
you would. Yeah, it wouldn't be on the scan, but it would be in
just
your
pull it out from
system.
the ship's computer store. Yeah, the government of this colony is a participatory democracy. It has an elected official governor who serves a term of 3 standard years. There's a separately elected council board. And they nominate and elect. This board apparently nominates the judge and sheriff. Government by advice and consent of the citizen. The tech level here is apparently equivalent to 1990 to 2000 level technology. It's tech level 9.
That's
So super minimal tech.
it's minimum tech. They do have some interstellar infrastructure, but not much.
I think that's most or all the relevant information.
And as you pull into new orbit, you do get hail from the surface, and they give you coordinates to beam down should you wish. You can either beam directly down onto one of these pads, or you can take a shuttle down to the starport.
Did we interview these kids to find out exactly what their beef was?
A little bit. We can go over that really quickly.
Yes, and I'll also get like pretty much the official orders that we from Nair to do with the planet.
They say that this colony is about 15 years old. The kids are like late teens, so they were technically born in another world, but this is their home. They don't know any other world, but some of the older adults do, and they want to defend their home. And over the past 3 years, this guy has been showing up, and at first it was a defense contract, and then it turned into something insidious, and he's been demanding tribute every 3 months of supplies and mining stuff that they've supplies, medical, food, and also the methane that they mine out of the atmosphere.
So the local government's been unable to defend against him.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine that Naya gave us a list, stuff to deliver this planet and some stuff to at least give them more help to defend from, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
You would have full authority and resources versus to help them out.
Okay.
And the kids left on a gas transport about 3 weeks ago and kind of hitchhiked their way towards Starbase Aegis with the plans of either asking for help or taking help. They decided for the latter.
I think we'll beam down to where they want us to beam down. The coordinates they sent us.
Okay. Who's
We're
going
going to take the kids with us,
Yes.
give them back to their family, I guess.
Yep. Kids coming with. Captain's going down. Who else is beaming down?
I'm gonna come.
What is the medical like status of the place?
They do. My music stopped. My music stopped.
Have to set it to loop.
I did.
Yeah, I think Corbin raises a point. Is this a Federation member world?
This is a member world.
Okay.
Then my presence is not required yet unless things escalate. So I would advise you taking a security detail or escort since you're a ranking officer.
Well, if you can make some underworld contacts, you might be able to find out a little bit more about this bad guy.
You might have agents in the area.
If you wish me to act, if you're requesting me to act in an unofficial capacity, I can certainly try.
It's fine. I think I'll also have Ross join me.
As for the
Alrighty.
medical situation, and you are not sure, the kids say that it's desperate, but that hasn't been confirmed by anyone.
Okay. Well, with all of the command staff going, if the captain allows, the doctor will take command of the Gungnir while they're all up there until the medical situation is determined.
Okay.
She'll be acting captain while you're gone, essentially,
Okay.
All right.
because somebody has to be.
Who's our third in command?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have one.
It'd be the third highest ranked person.
So the doctor. At commander.
Yep. Or doctor, or if you move the doctor from the chain of command, it would be Sorrel.
Williams. Oh yeah, Sorrel, and then Williams. That's right.
Because doctor's kind of sad. But anyways,
Well, yeah, but she's basically offering her command expertise to the captain.
absolutely. That's it. You beam down to a very interesting low-tech town. Now the buildings are kind of prefab metal shacks, and it kind of has a weird rusty western feel to it.
Huh.
And overhead and arcing over the sky is a giant blue dome, and on the edge of it, there's a blue mist.
Just briefly on that previous subject, if Sorrel was third in command, there is some story stuff that would be interesting in terms of his backstory. Just a consideration. He's got some issues there. Anyway.
So yeah, the icons here. You have these three squares is a transporter hub. These cell towers are local data and transmission lines, so they're local cell towers. The big radio tower just outside, which you can kind of see over the dome, is the interstellar array. So this is this is the subspace array. You see it. And then you see behind you is a tram station that appears to go underground and out of the dome, and you see a train track rolling across the desert plain. And you appear to be in a kind of ramshackle, well, not ramshackle, kind of a impromptu transporter or hub. They just kind of set transporter pads up, and they have a Tellarite running them. But in front of you, you have an older Andorian and a Acacia. Ah, yes, you must be the Gungnir crew, the Andorian, I can say. We received word that you were underway. I am Amdanin Chatarel. Well, I'm the governor of this small colony. And he reaches out to shake your hand, Captain.
I extend and accept the handshake. I am Captain Graham Calder of the Gungnir. And this is my exo Lost.
Good afternoon, Governor.
He extends a hand to you as well. The Cation is kind of standing back, just kind of eyeing you critically.
Is the Cation armed?
Yes, he is. Type 2 phaser. Please forgive me. This is our local sheriff, if Rachel. And Rachel kind of grunts. So do you think once? So does this one think that one simple attack will stop? Well, that. So do you think one simple attack will stop this guy? Mixed up my cat races there for a minute.
Say that again, GM.
Rochelle kind of up nods and goes. And goes, so do you believe, Eve, that you can drive this man off with one simple attack, or do you think you can actually help us long term?
What leads you to conclude our strategy is one simple attack?
If I recall, this man is impersonating us. Wait, could you give us more info on this person? Because we do plan on arresting him and his cohorts.
They put up a heck of a fight.
What are their capabilities?
They have a lot of men and a lot of arms, and they come with 3 starships.
Any chance you would know their make and model?
Shakes his head. I don't know, something foreign.
Sheriff, did you possibly have did your sensors possibly get a glimpse of them that we could possibly peruse? You may not know what they are, but we are trained to identify ship silhouettes with minimal data.
Yeah, I can give that to you.
Thank you, sir. Speaking to their weaponry, did they appear to be... do you recognize the weapons at all?
Disruptor or pistols, kind of crude in make.
That's too long talking. Hold is not there.
Apologies.
Hold on, I'd be a lot more rude about this. Disruptor technology, you say? All right.
It's not Romulan in design, possibly Klingon.
And they seem primarily interested in your methane and whatever else they can grab or need.
Yeah, including our medical stores. We've been running on emergency med kits for the past 6 months.
We'll make arrangements to resupply you with all the medical equipment that you need.
That would be helpful. Cheryl also speaks though. There's also the matter of the tram track outside the city. We're not sure if it was destroyed intentionally or not, but it's been down for about 3 weeks.
What do you use that for?
To ferry our bulk goods from the refining site and towards the starport. Use the tram
suspect-
because it's less energy intensive than transporters.
Do you suspect foul play?
We're not sure what to suspect. Could be a foul play, or just could be the Wilkie.
The what?
Local fauna in the area. Giant sand snakes.
Welcome to Dune.
Sheriff, do you possibly have any security systems set up along the tram lines to monitor for sabotage or wildlife interference?
Nothing much. We just we're lucky we found the broken line before we sent a train out.
Is this the first time a transit line's been disrupted like this since the attack started?
Not the first time, but we're suspecting that maybe he left something there, like a time delay, to kneecap us in our production method, so that he has an excuse to hurt us.
Talon, that sounds like something we need to look into.
Okay. I'll see if I can have we'll have the ship prep a runabout with an engineering crew to assist you with fixing a tram, and maybe to set up some kind of security system to detain the leaky. If any chance that they could be the cause of it. GM.
Yeah, that can be arranged. So, runabout to go to the broken tram line.
Let's have him bring down some medical supplies, engineers, and maybe someone who can investigate whether the tram line was destroyed by man or beast.
Out of character, isn't Roast the chief engineer as well?
Yes.
Wouldn't Roast technically be the best person to go?
Yeah, I paid him much as he said. I'll also go with this runabout to fix the. And now we gotta think of a way. Yeah, and now with that being done, we could figure out a way to. We'll find a way to find a permanent solution to your major problem with this pirate.
Well, hopefully you think of something, because we've been at this for several years now. And with that, the two kids are taken up by their parents, thoroughly scolded.
Mm-hmm. the doctor would see that the medical supplies are all done up and that they would need. She would also send what is it? Sorry, give me a sec. I'm looking for the character. Razix to help distribute it to the medical centers.
Okay. Actually, as you get down and start noticing the medical situation, it's not just a lack of supplies; it's that the lack of supplies over several months now, and there's a lot of low-level illnesses that just haven't been dealt with within a while.
Okay.
You come down.
Sounds like me to set up a clinic.
Yep, you come down.
If you need to,
like major
actually,
injuries are taken care of, but a lot of low-level stuff like toothaches, broken bones, minor burns are left untreated. People have been left out for psychiatric medicine. Cancers are just kind of being dealt with.
Okay.
It's kind of nasty down here.
If you need to actually go down there, I could try and get like Beta Shift to take over if you need it.
Yeah, she's like, I can handle it, Captain. I will be down there shortly. And she'll get whoever leads in Beta Shift, and then we'll beam down to the planet.
Alright, so we have a control medicine extended task. Magnitude 3 magnitude 4, difficulty 3, work track 24. As there are a couple hundred people that need looked over.
Okay.
Starfleet Clinic, open now.
Yep. Emergency medicine, xenobiology, genetics, triage.
Triage.
Okay.
And we're doing like one roll at a time.
Yep, that's fine. Spending a momentum for a third die. And we said control medicine. Okay. And then here's the work. Spinning a momentum to reroll.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Minus 3 is 6 work. Which is enough for 1 breakthrough. As you slowly but surely get this mess of a medical situation figured out. Meanwhile, Vera, what would you be doing at this time, as you've kind of been cooped up in your quarters for the past couple days?
I think that she's been just trying to make herself at home after, actually getting decent quarters. She would probably be curious about where they are right now, if the computer even is allowed to tell her.
I mean, I doubt this mission would, like, knowing some of the basics would be a security violation.
Okay, so the computer does let you know that you're around Taka Dente. How about reason con difficulty 3? Which you have access to computer charts or like basic maps.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's supposed to be a reason. As you're trying to figure out something.
Would Astro Navigation Focus come in on that?
Absolutely.
All right. And let's see.
Difficulty 3. Do you wish to purchase additional dice?
So I understand we started at 12 threat and now we're at 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure out exactly all the flow of that. I don't feel like I could reasonably use momentum in this case. For what it represents, at least.
There's always threat. But
I mean, we don't mind that because if I think you have bold, which would be more helpful to you than momentum.
mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have bold con, it's definitely advised that you take a threat with that. If anything, just for the reroll. So if you do get a crit fail, you can just roll it away.
Okay, I see. I misread it. I thought I could re-roll by adding threat. I misread that.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
a reroll if you buy a dice with threat before you roll.
Okay, then I will buy a die with threat.
Okay. So you'll be rolling 3 dice. You do have a focus, and the computer con can.
Okay.
As you just blow that past, the computer's extremely helpful. All the momentum. Momentum's good. Alright, so my math occasionally 6 out of 3. 3 momentum generated. You kind of look out the window, and then you go over the star charts and stuff. You think you might have been to this planet before. It kind of looks familiar. This might have been in a place in the past where you and the Hulk might have done a raid all those years ago.
Trying to think of the word, the final event, or just a
event.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I was getting the right.
Yeah, this is not the big event that will come at a later time, but you definitely went here before, and you knocked over a methane gas transport, and you sold it on the black market.
Coming to or from the planet?
Coming from the planet. It was stocked up here, and you went to the starport, stole the ship, and rode it out on hot trails.
So if we're investigating something here, it's reasonable for me to assume that somebody else might be after said transport or said exports.
Yes. Which appears to be what's happening now.
She'll tell the computer to send a message to. She doesn't know what's going on with where one is, but she'll ask the computer to send a message to the bridge that she has some information about this planet.
Commander Sorrell, you happen to be on the bridge at this time, and you receive this message.
Could you repeat the message?
She just said that she has information on this planet from her point of view.
Okay. I'm open a channel to the captain and relay that information.
Captain, you're on the surface of the planet, probably looking over some charts of the area, trying to figure out how to mount defense when your communicator chirps.
I tap my comm badge and say, "Call to here."
Captain, yes. This individual has information on the planet that she would like to share.
Put it through.
All right.
And Vera, you are put through to the captain as the lines are transferred.
Oh, hi. Don't know how much you all are doing down there, but I can tell you that this place is a real hotspot for getting some pretty valuable assets. If you're here to investigate a problem, I imagine that there's some sort of a person accosting the place, right?
Yes, this man has. Yes, these people are forced to give tribute to this person, and I imagine that all of the materials for like this planet's main export is part of the tribute.
Yeah, that they would probably be trying to hit the methane gas. Do they have anything going out soon?
No, but they will be picking up tribute soon. Well,
Oh, that's a racket. They're just trying to take over the place.
yes, sounds like it with their quote-unquote security fee.
Say again, sorry. Turn you up a little bit.
It makes sense with their quote-unquote security fees.
Well, just, if you need any help, I know I'm not one of your people, but if you need anybody to look into some of their activities down here that you can't ask about, I'm just trying to do something.
I have an idea. I'll quickly ask the governor the name of the person who's been doing these tributes. Well, if you could catch what I'm saying. Because I want to figure out this group's leader's name and just see if Vera knows any info about it.
Chatarel says that he only introduces himself as Fred, but he's pretty sure that is not a Rigelian name.
Any chance you know a Rigelian named Fred? Or heard of one?
Vera, you can give me let's do probably Insight Security difficulty 3.
I will assist with
brought
the
down
direct.
to 2 by your former syndicate member trait. And Calder, you can assist with presence command as you're trying to talk her through her memories.
You okay?
Would skullduggery focus work on this?
Absolutely. That yeah, you're running the same circles as that.
Okay. I'll spend a momentum.
1 momentum for 1 dice.
Ouch.
Oof.
Take a determination.
Okay, you have a 3-point determination from the captain.
And I get it back.
What value you can use determination on a value to get a reroll on your entire dice pool? What value would you invoke to work your way through this problem of going through your memory?
Could try the clever get ahead. She kind of is always looking around to see what's going on and looking for that sort of like activity.
Yeah, I'll allow that. You may reroll as many of your d20s as you wish. You can reroll the whole pool, or you can just scoop up the zeros.
I will scoop up the zeros.
Okay, just reroll 2.
Not quite enough.
Any chance the ship can help?
I was actually going to suggest perhaps Helena could attempt to assist by looking stuff up on the computer, because he's sitting on the bridge overhearing this conversation. He hasn't said anything because he's like nothing to add yet, but it seems like there's some struggling going on.
Yeah, you can assist. And if you're looking stuff up on the computer, the computer's gonna come up blank because there's no official records of this, but you might have heard something.
Alright. Galactic politics focused by chance. I'm
Somewhat.
reaching.
I'll allow it a complication.
Sure, why not? Ah, and I don't give my bonus because Vera doesn't outrank me.
Nope, sure. Kind of the same rank.
Yep, we're both free people. Well, we both don't have ranks in Starfleet. Better way to put it.
Yep, pretty much. yeah, you try and try and try. Not. You remember a Rigelian, and you don't remember him being called Fred or anything, but you remember a Rigelian you used to run with. He had a prosthetic arm and a graviton weapon of sorts. Remember doing a raid with him, and he punched a wall, and in the entire Duranium wall, a good 3 meter by 3 meter section just fell in. So some sort of super punch.
Oh no.
You ask them if this Captain Fred had a false arm.
I'll relay that to the governor.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Oh well, if it's the person I'm thinking about, we might have a bit of an issue.
I'm gonna guess he's an underling of the Hulk.
No, but he can punch a Duranium wall.
Yeah, you basically were doing a bank job, and he punched in the bank vault door with like 2 hits.
Let's just say I wouldn't recommend getting in hand-to-hand combat with him.
Noted. So what is this Julian's true name? GM.
You're not sure. It was a while ago, and it was a one-time job. You didn't quite get names at that point. You know, it wasn't Fred. It was some Rigelian name, but you didn't commit it to memory.
Dunno. Sorry. It's somebody you meet once and never again. Or I guess twice now.
Understandable.
I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick. Be back in 30 seconds.
Punching through a bank wall makes me think of one of the powers in, I think, Deus Ex, where you could punch through weakened walls with like a cybernetic arm.
Yeah.
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 Well, technically, Batman could do it too in Arkham, because he'd punch through the walls and pull the guys through.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Batman actually does have a set of power fists meant to fight Superman, so, actually it's an entire exoskeleton suit, but yeah.
On the plus side, with this target, the guy has some sort of implant or whatever. It's possible it could be shorted out or interfered with EMP.
Yeah. Also, I did not. My bad.
Hmm?
I did not realize that Dr. Morgana's first name was like 1 letter off of the name I used.
Oh yeah, Mira and Vera, yeah. Yeah.
Well, someone else has the shortened name for Ash, and I just happen to choose Ashton as my character's actual first name, so,
Are we talking about
stands out enough, so.
Are we talking about how we picked our names?
And just coincidences in naming.
Yeah.
I picked mine from a classic Star Trek book called The Vulcan Academy Murders, and Sorel was one of the doctors in that book. So it's one of my favorites. So pick that name.
And back.
I chose Morgana because the actress played Morgan Le Fay. Because I'm uncreative.
Well, I figured there was a Morgan Le Fay connection. That's good.
I chose Game Master because I'm in charge of the game.
Logical.
Yeah.
If someone calls himself Mordred and says they're Morgana's kid, just shoot them. Be done with it.
That's right.
Be done with it. So with that revelation and tickling your brains, meanwhile,
Typed it in the wrong spot too.
make sure I got the sound playing correctly. Was this map? Yeah, it was this map. Right, shifting sands, and that is on a loop. Got it. All right, so we take the shuttle down. Ross, who are you bringing with you?
I'll bring Lef and a couple other engineers and somebody from the security team who can determine, what may have destroyed the tracks or the train or whatever was affected and how.
All right. Which player wants to take left, and who wants to take a security officer?
I can take a security officer, I suppose.
We have Travell and Daiba.
Diva.
Okay. Activations. And yep, I'm gonna strong arm this and say, Vera, it was highly suggested you come along to see if this was sabotage. And Daiba the entire time is still giving you side eye.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she is.
I think having been like 6 months, she's just kind of learned to kind of tune it out.
And we're taking the Ericsson or the Slipnir. Ericsson have better cargo capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a runabout.
Yeah, not the Delta Flyer.
Ross, you see her like the entire time just staring at the controls.
Why are you staring at the controls?
How do I fly things? No.
Ross, what's your con score?
Just let autopilot deal with it. It's fine. There's nothing bad that'll happen.
And we'll take a aerial survey over the damaged area if it's localized.
It is fairly localized. Looks like on the leeway side of a mountain impasse, there's a good 50-meter stretch of mangled, missing, and torn apart railway.
David, why don't you see if there's anything you can pick up on sensors while we're up here? See if this was destroyed by hand or natural accident.
Of course, sir. And she will do that.
We're still doing this from the air?
Yeah, initially.
All right. And we're trying to see if this was... I'll take engine reason, engineering, or security. Difficulty 3. I'm gonna say. Complication in 2 because it's been weathered. So a lot of evidence has been blown away. And the Erickson sensor science.
Okay. Take a threat. Third die. And
There it is.
yeah, I don't think I want to test that with the complication creature.
You look at it and you see lots of lateral bludgeoning damage. So it was hit from the side by something heavy, and multiple times, and from both the left and the right.
She'll look at the commander and say, well, unless the birds on this particular planet, if there were any, were made out of titanium, sir, I wouldn't say they were hit by any weapon. Looks bludgeoning. Somebody
Not like
hit it with
not a landslide or
something
anything like
hard. No.
No, if it was a landslide, it would be unidirectional. This is bidirectional.
Or
Yeah, she'll point out where she can actually make out the stress fractures in the thing, and say this is concurrent with, like, say if somebody punched a piece of glass. She says, or hit something with a piece of glass.
like, say, with a graviton arm? She has from the back.
She just kind of does the side eye and then just... Theoretically, yes.
No signs of energy weapons or explosives either?
No, sir.
All right, well, let's set the runabout down, and we'll take a closer look. Also, we'll scan for life forms just to be sure there's no one still lurking about.
Oh, of course. Reason science difficulty 2, comp 2.
Can the runabout assist? Yeah, okay.
Sensor science. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, there's a lot of movement down there with the shifting sands, but you're not detecting any warm bodies, at least. Nothing humanoid.
Yeah, well, let's put on our compressors and take a look around.
Yep, and I'm not going to charge for the masks because they're required for this mission. But if you wanted a full Evo suit, you could get those, but you would have to charge an opportunity cost.
I think we're okay with just the compressors for now.
Okay. I would offer. You land, step outside, and the rails are twisted, bashed, and scraped all together. You're not seeing any burn marks or any melted bits. So no signs of an energy weapon. And to get started on repairs.
Divo would also note that the lack of antimatter detonations, though photon torpedoes weren't used.
Yep. No sign of any weapons, energy, or otherwise.
Okay, Left, why don't we make a survey of what track needs to be replaced and how much we'll need, and we'll make up a shopping list.
Div 2, Mag 3, Control plus NG, Work 17, and Resistance 2. So we have a lovely little extended task here. Ross, would you like to start us off?
Alrighty.
We're looking at a difficulty 2 control engineering. Would you like additional dice?
Yeah, I will take one momentum.
And Left can assist, and Vera can assist as well, if you allow her.
Please. That's control engineering.
Yes.
Oops, I meant to roll one more than that.
Just throwing it. And then Left and Vera, you can roll 1 dice. Maybe juice some momentum on this.
Was someone doing Left, or do I need to do that?
I think that was you, because I'm doing security.
Okay, one sec. Did you say that they can use momentum as well?
No, Left just is just assisting, so 1 dice.
Okay, check.
All right. So that is 2 momentum generated. You have an engineering score of 5, so roll me 7 challenge dice. Looking for breakthroughs. Six. We have a resistance of 2, so that brings your total work down to 4. Use 1 to reroll or 1 for piercing and just get rid of that resistance. But,
I'll do the one for piercing.
all right. Alright, so enter. 6 enter. And 1 enter. Alright, you got a pretty good survey of what's going on. Vera, you do notice something. Among the wreckage, you find a small, about this size box. It's crumpled and dinged up to all hell, but it doesn't look like it belongs on a train track.
She'll pick it up, consider storing it, and then bring it over to Rost, thinking better of herself. Got this thing. Doesn't look like it matches anything else.
Where'd you find that?
Oh, it was on the ground over there next to that section of track.
And as you're talking, hear a clicking noise.
Yes, that gets Diva's attention.
And suddenly, ta-da! A giant 4-meter long snake burst out of the sands.
Uh-huh. Well,
That's-
how immune to it? How immune to phaser fire is it? Because
It's not quite as big as a dune worm, but it is scary big.
Does it appear to be hostile and aggressive?
Yes, it is. As it is going to lunge at you, Rost. Oppose daring security.
I mean, you could offer to have afternoon tea with it. You know, see what its reaction is.
All right, so we're doing oppose daring security. It is going to attempt to grapple. I'm spending 1. And I do have goals. Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah, it just leaps out of the sand and burrows behind you.
Goes back into the ground.
Yep, back into the ground. But you still hear that clicking. It is now player's turn.
I think we should get back to the runabout.
mm-hmm.
And we'll make sure the haul ass toward the runabout.
Who's hauling ass first?
Yes.
Whose ass shall be hauled?
The commander. Technically, he is the most important person out here, so.
You're quite a ways. He's away, and the sand is about mid-shin, and deep in some places. So it's gonna be fitness on diff 3. Yeah, let's have a cool one. Diff 2, comp 3.
Was fitness what?
Fitness con, difficulty 2, complication 3. Once I finally get everything down.
I'm going to spend 1 point of momentum.
Okay, you make it get to the shuttle door. Would you like to spend 2 to keep or swift task?
To keep, and then she'll push, Diva start pushing the Orion towards the shuttle, like, go!
So is Vera going to be going, or is Diva going to be going?
Diva's not going until everyone else is. Such
Alright,
is the life
Vera,
of a
you're
security
being pushed-
officer.
You're being pushed towards the shuttle. You run or not?
Yeah, she'll say, right, got it. She'll make sure that she, I guess Ross has the box actually, so she doesn't have to worry about that. So she'll carefully, she'll try to carefully avoid any of the deeper bits and kind of move in a way that is less easy to track.
Okay. Okay. If you want to kind of move in a way that would be less easy to track, you can decrease the difficulty by 1, but increase the complication.
Sure. I was gonna see if I could use my evasive action to focus on that. I guess that's supposed to be for starships, but I don't know if it also applies on.
It could work on ground.
Character.
I'll allow that, but at increased comp.
Okay, so complication, comp 3.
Yep. As you're trying
Right,
to very carefully step around this place.
I will give you a threat to get to a 3rd dice.
Okay. And you make it to the shuttle door. Jumping from rock to rock, not leaving any motion on the sand. And sure. I'm going to burst out of the sands and jump at left.
Mm-hmm.
So oppose during security. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 threat and I will succeed at cost. I do have left in the grapple hold, but he does get a phaser shot in on me. No, this is towards left. 6 damage and intense 1, so it'll cost 3 resources for him to stay up if he avoids the injury.
It'll cost what?
Normally it costs us 2 resources, so 2 threat, 2 momentum to stay up. But this has intense, so it'll cost 3 to stay up.
Looks like we're out of momentum, so we'll have to spend threat.
3 threat for him to stay up.
Yes.
All right, and he can roll a phaser or type 2 damage.
How much is that?
It should be 3 plus us left security.
2, so 5 challenge dice.
Oh no. With that, I am still up. Do you? Phaser air goes off, and left is tackled to the ground as the snake and him are wrestling each other. And Daiba, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, this kind of changes her thing. She's... Phew. Yeah, she's gonna try and... Well, they're wrestling, so she's probably gonna have to, like, reach for the dang snake. She doesn't want to hit left. Actually, she's better off shooting. Yeah, okay. We'll do a phaser shot at the snake.
Difficulty control security. I'm gonna say diff 3 comp 2. If you comp, you hit left.
Yep. Ground combat, team dynamics or ground combat.
Ground combat.
Okie take threat, and here we go.
That's a hit. Roll that damage. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. 5. And that is enough to hit it. As it slumps over.
And then
stunned.
Yep. And if allowed, minor action, pull the thing off of left and lift him back onto his feet.
Yep, minor action, you can get up on his feet.
Yep.
Momentum threat. Or momentum for a swift repeat. Vera, you feel something nipping at your heels.
Something.
Just something.
Something.
Oppose daring security. So we're both gonna be rolling dice. High one wins. Do you wish to purchase additional dice?
Sure, I'll purchase one for a threat.
I'll spend it back and purchase one as well. Do you have any focuses that might apply here?
So I understand it. This is basically both of us making attacks on each other in this instant, or am I mainly trying to get out of the way?
Mostly trying to get out of the way, but if you do succeed, you could like bop it on the nose.
I maybe focus for evasive.
Yeah, try and get out of the way. That'll work.
Is it complication 1?
Comp 1. That is not fair. No. All right. 2 momentum gained, and you can roll unarmed. Armed damage, it's usually 1 plus your security score. So 5
Okay.
challenge dice. You have to enter and then click it.
Oh, I still haven't selected my pet.
Yep. That is 4 damage. You can spend 1 momentum to roll. I am still up with that.
And can I specifically choose? Do I have to reroll the whole pool, or do I get
no,
to?
You can choose which ones you reroll.
Okay.
With challenge dice, it's one momentum, and you can reroll as many as you need.
Okay, I will go for a reroll.
Okay.
I'll reroll the 2 zeros.
Yep. Okay, 2 extra damage. I am still up, but you do get a good wallop on me.
She just kind of ducks under and like hits his underside.
Mm-hmm. And there's still more clicking. Don't have enough momentum to keep. So there's this guy, and let's do this trick. Alright, so 2 times secure 6. As this one rears up right next to you, Rost, and... Oh, that's lame.
Lame is good.
Nice one. Wrong layer again. No, these aren't the mites. These are inky black clouds. One of them appears over it, and another one appears right over the door. And Ross, you are cast in thick black smoke. Luckily, you have your respirator on, but you can't see a thing.
Okay. Am I able to take an action?
The turn now passes. This is to you. All players gone. I just went. So, yep, top of the round.
Okay. I'll feel my way into the runabout.
You can certainly try. Control con, difficulty 3, complication 3 to maneuver your way out of this file. And then you'll be fully inside the shuttle, and you'll be able to take a station.
Okay, I'm going to spend a point of momentum and two threat for 4 dice.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to use determination to reroll that.
On what value?
Supporting your peers and subordinates.
That will work. Oh no. Oh, you're still rolling
Hang on.
fitness con, but yeah, you got.
Oh, wait a minute.
Crit fail is on there. What's your control score?
11.
So that's 2, but you still have the two crit fails there. Yep. So one of them, I'm going to try to hit you with an electrical touch attack. That's 5. Yeah, I'll spend any reroll. Alright, so that is 6 damage and intense 1, so it costs an extra threat to stay up. So, 3 threats to stay up, or would you hit the death?
I'll spend the threat to stay up.
Alright. And for the second complication, your mask falls off. As in the struggle, your rebreather is askew and goes flying out in the darkness. You are currently choking.
Am I able to get into the runabout yet, or?
No. Oh, you're feeling around in the darkness. You put your hand on the hull, but then the snake thing attacked you in the darkness and knocked your mask off. So you tell, my hand's on the hull, the door's right there, but oh god, I can't breathe anymore. It is now bad guy's turn. Another snake egg tries going after Diaba. And you're currently holding left, so increase complication by 1 to fend him off and hold on to him, or you can drop left and roll it flat.
What is it? Daring security?
Opposed daring security, you have increased comp of 1 because you are currently holding someone.
Okay. Can I argue to drop it because she has a focus in team dynamics? She should be able to fight her way around left regardless.
If you use that focus, yes, I'll accept it.
Okay. I will use that focus. I will also give you a threat for third die. Because somebody in their infinite intelligence decided to give her bold security.
Hey, don't knock bold. Bold is good.
And here we go.
As you kick it in the nards.
Not today. Snake Man's got nards.
All right. Roll an unarmed arm strike.
Okay. And that is...
Six. I am still up. Would you like to spend a reroll or for Pierce?
We'll go with piercing. Well, I mean, she's kicking him. I don't think she can do the piercing, but...
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. Well, then, sure.
Yep, piercing ink can be finding a weak spot, and instead of 4 damage to this one, you did 6 damage, and it is injured. So you kick it right underneath the jaw, it yelps and scurries away.
Photovoric might. Oh dear.
Yeah, this isn't actually Photovoric Might.
Oh.
That's a different creature. I just used the token for the spots.
I gotcha.
Yeah, Diaba feeling roast, probably starting to, well, maybe not panic, but like, oh god, I can't breathe. Is going to shout at Vera to, if possible, get him inside. He's choking.
I'm working on it.
It is currently player's turn. Who's going next? Vera, Diaba, or Locke?
Do you mind if Vera goes next?
No, go ahead.
So does can Vera like see Rossador, or is he just like in a cloud of, is there just like a cloud of smoke in front of her?
There's just a cloud of smoke in front of you. It is thick, but you can see behind it, it is the runabout.
Okay, can she try to grab for Ross in the smoke?
Just grab Ross and drag him inside.
Yeah, that's her plan.
Yeah, Darren Khan. Darren Khan, difficulty 3, complication 3. But if you do this, you'll be able to grab Ross and bring him inside at the runabout.
All right. I'll give you a threat. Oh wait, and I can spend determination to get a free die, right? Like to get a assured die.
Yes, you basically you get one dice that you will get one dice that and has already rolled a 1. But in order to do that, your third dice that you're rolling would cost more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah, I
the cheapest dice you spend first.
Okay. Then I guess you take the extra threat and the one extra threat, and I'll say the value is the best flourish when the stakes are high.
Stakes seem to be pretty high right now. Rost is choking on air, but you do have a complication, but you do have a bold reroll on that.
I do.
So, would you like to reroll that, or let the complications?
I will go for the reroll.
All right, go ahead. Nice. Is 6 on the difficulty 3, so it's 3 total. As Ross, all of a sudden you feel humanoid arms thankfully grab you and kind of tackle you into the shuttle. Thankfully, the shuttle knows that this place is hostile, so it has one of those atmosphere screens across the airlock, and you're able to burst inside and take a deep breath of wonderful oxygen-rich air.
Is the cloud staying outside the runabout?
Cloud's staying outside. So, you can see everything now, and you see that you're in the back of the runabout. With an attractive Orion girl on top of you.
Hey, there's no time for that now.
Yeah. Can I spend 2 momentum to do a swift task?
Absolutely. And what would that swift task be?
Getting the ship ready to go as soon as the others are here.
Should probably move closer to them if we can.
Yeah, if she can do that as well. I just didn't know how involved a process is getting it ready to go or moving over to them is.
You can either set an action to be prepared to go, or you can quickly take off and get over there. Taking off would be a little more involved and a higher difficulty.
Is that something I can assist with or do?
Yes, you will be able to assist from the second chair.
Alright, yeah, she'll try to make it over to the others. It's the most pragmatic option.
Div 3, comp 2, assist 12 engines. And Ross, you can assist with control engineering. Comp 2, because you are going to be flying through the pre-flight sequence.
Alright, helm operations focus.
Absolutely.
And I will spend a momentum to get a third die.
And Rost and Sorrel, if you can get the shuttle Erickson.
Shuttle Erickson.
Yeah, Erickson runabout.
Gotcha.
I need characters and small craft.
There it is. Nope, that's interior. There's the runabout. All right, character sheet.
I wish I could roll this many 20s in other games.
You make it. Oh no, it wouldn't be Central Science. It would be Engines Con.
Engines Con. Sorry, yeah. I think I realized that as soon as I roll it. Let me roll it again.
Yeah, just roll it.
Where'd it go? Where is the rare runabout? Okay, Engines Con. There we go. Now let's roll. Same result.
Same result. All right, so you get it. There is a complication, and on the board.
Can we quash the complication with momentum?
You don't have enough momentum.
Mm.
Complication is sand blast out from the zone, and everyone outside the shuttle is currently in a blinded state. But the runabout is airborne and moving towards them. At the top of the round, you will be within range. And I'm spending 2 more for another complication. That will be a surprise.
Aha, the best kind.
The best kind. Daiba and Left. You are on the ground. You see the shuttle taking off, and just a wall of sand washes over you. You can't see a thing. But you keep hearing infernal clicking.
Yep. Okay. Daiba is going to do something incredibly ridiculous for a Betazoid, but being the Betazoid, but being that this is kind of a interesting situation. Since she can't see, she's gonna try and use her empathy to see where they're at. This is gonna suck for her.
This is gonna suck.
She knows it.
Insight, either command or medicine. I've been kind of using both in this game.
I'll use command.
Normally difficulty 2. I'm gonna say difficulty 3 because this is kind of a stressful situation.
Yep. Barring that this is going to be super uncomfortable for her, I'm going to use the determination, the value, crew comes first.
Yep. You're trying to get it left into safety.
Yep. And then 1 momentum, 2 threat for a 3rd thing. Jesus. She's gonna... Okay. Yeah, I can't get rid of any of that, so...
Okay.
Have fun with that.
I can't really think of any. Okay. Never mind. So I'm gonna take one of those as threat. The other one, you sense that they have lifted up. You get a hold of Ross and you sense that he's lifting off and is moving away from the surface of the planet, and you just kind of come to the conclusion, oh, they're bailing on us. They think we're dead. I'm done for. Might as well just sit down and accept my fate at this point.
Yeah. I mean, she's still gonna keep fighting, but yeah, she's pretty much resigned to, yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah, you're resigned that you're gonna be stuck here for a while. And...
Okay, I guess that's her.
Bye, guys. Nice turn. Another snake's gonna pop up. Yeah, gonna try to do a touch attack on left. Is he trying to fight him? opposed during security from left, as he tries to fight him off. So it'll be during security diff 2 for left. No, left. Six damage, and that has an area effect. So Diva, you're gonna get hit for 3 as Left just seizes as electricity courses through him, and you get hit a little bit of that shock too. And he has already been hit to stay up, so he is now down. How's the stress check looking?
He is full.
Okay, so that is a lethal injury. He is currently in the dying state. So, Diva, as you're holding to left, you just feel his consciousness drop from him, and he goes limp. So, if he doesn't get medical attention right away, he's a goner.
Well, time to prep the emergency beam out.
Luckily, it's the player's turn, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, and it's the top of the round. So as you're thinking about this, the runabout comes down from the clouds right in front of you.
So if you'll let Vera maybe take the turn, I have a plan. Go to the door and hold on to something and reach a hand out. Try to grab them.
Yeah, you can do that, as Ross has some controls for a little bit, but surprise!
Oh, no, she's asking Ross to do that.
Oh,
while she pilots.
Ross, would you do that?
Would it be easier just to beam them aboard using the runabout's transporters?
You could. You can run back there and get the transporter controls.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think that's going to be the more sure way to do this.
Isn't that one at a time with the runabout?
Runabout has a path for 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, good.
Vera did not know the ship had teleporters.
Control, diff 2, assisted by sensors, engineering. Wait, diff 3 because they are not on a pad.
I'm gonna use bold engineering.
Or 1 dice. And Sorrel, can you get the runabout sensors engineering?
Sensors engineering, gotcha. Sensors.
Gonna proc that bold lost.
What's that?
You do go one easier, guys.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use my determination to reroll. Can I do that?
Not
No.
with.
Oh yeah, I guess I
this
usually get
is
to
just-
reroll a d20 on that, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the shuttle, not Sorrel himself.
Okay. Dang it. Yeah. Never mind.
Ross, you can
complication.
reroll the bold.
Oh come on!
Oh
Okay,
no.
I'm gonna give Ross
This
my
is-
determination.
Ross, you're very determined to fix this issue. What value would you be using?
Support your peers again.
Absolutely. You can reroll
I
the
think I
other
might
one
get
too.
your break.
You can reroll both zeros if you want.
Okay.
There we go.
Any chance you got a medal?
Yeah, I'd have a medal on that.
Legion of Honor.
What does that one do again? Is that the...
Once per mission, character may gain +2 bonus momentum on a successful task and or complication.
That will do it. Would you like to use that now?
Yes.
All right. As you are fiddling with the transporter air controls, for some reason the electrical output of the rail key are causing havoc with the sensors, and this is a runabout. This isn't a full starship, so it has kind of minimal sensors. You're frustrated. Calm down and analyze the beam. Daiba, you are kicking and shooting these snakes from the ground as they're burrowing up. You nail one in the face just as it goes to bite you, and thankfully the blue curtains appear in front of you, and they part, and you're standing on the deck. Ross, you immediately see that Leth is limp in the arms and is not breathing.
Yep. She's like, a little help, little help.
Combat is effectively over, but we're not out of danger yet. So we're out of combat rounds. You are free to act.
All right, we're gonna start doing first aid on Left. Daiba, how's your medical?
She'll
Control medicine.
basic at best, she says.
Div 2.
I mean, you
increase the comp.
can do a path ward while the transportation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Control medicine Div 2 complication 2 because you're on a runabout.
I mean, I can do it. It's just she has basic first aid.
Can I assist by trying to keep things as stable as possible, or is that not really
It's
a
not
concern?
Really, yeah, it's not really gonna be a thing.
There. Can
If
Daiba
that's
do an
gonna
assist
be
on this
okay.
thing?
Yeah.
Daiba and Ross, you can assist each other. Who's taking the lead on this? Another option is if you can and call ahead and get the sick bay involved. You might be able to get Dr. Morgana to work on him if he lasts that long.
All right, well, let's try and stabilize him here and then try and transport him. Oh, for the love of...
Why didn't
Oh,
you?
jeez.
But why didn't you spend dice?
You succeed, but there's complications.
I mean, you do have a normal determination of loss if you want to use them.
Okay, can I use that?
Yes, you may. On what value?
Supporting peers again.
Absolutely. Between the two of you and this minimum med kit, you manage to find the right hypo and dial it in and plug it into the left net. 1 moment passes, 2 moments, and finally takes in a deep sucking breath and coughs. Ow!
Well, you look like you had fun.
Hey, there's my left buddy.
Next time, can we not stick my hand into the EPS conduit?
I'll tell that to the ferocious snakes outside.
Vera, where are you taking the runabout? Taking it back to orbit or back to the city?
Where am I heading?
Let's go ahead and head back to the shift, and we're gonna use the transporter to get left back there first.
Right.
I'll call the Gungnir and tell them we're beaming left over for a medical emergency.
Okay.
Okay.
If you leave left on the pad, they can just do
Yes.
they can do a pad-to-pad transport, and there'll be no cost.
Yes.
As Dr. Morgana, you're in the middle of triaging something on the surface. You have this 8-year-old kid with a crooked arm that was healed badly. With an osteo regenerator, you're straightening that out. And you get the call that left has been badly injured.
She'll tell Razik to activate the EMH because she is currently busy at the moment.
Alright, and the EMH is just going to take care of him?
Yep, him and Razik, yep.
Okay.
That's why medical staff exists.
This is why medical staff exist. So, that was the thing. Calder and Sorrel, we haven't heard from you in a while. What would you be up to? You have been made aware of what has happened on the surface.
Sandworms.
Sandworms, yes.
And but everyone got out okay and is now, and the let's see, the runabout's on the way back to the ship. They have a medical emergency though.
Yep.
Is that the is it of such an emergency that we should suggest a site-to-site transport?
The site-to-site transport has already happened, and
Oh, okay. Sorry.
yeah, that was taken care of in the background, and Left
All
is already on his way to sick bay.
All right. All right. Well, I have nothing else to say then.
Well, once left is in good hands, I'll go ahead and do a scan on that device that Vera found.
We can do insight engineering being difficulty 3 or insight height science difficulty 2.
Insight engineering or insight science?
Yeah, Sorrel can assist on this.
Okay. And can we also get the ship too?
Computers engineering for the ship.
Stroll, were you going to assist?
I'm sorry. Yes, I am. Is that
I think you have the option for insight science, right?
insight science? Insight science on the assist. Ugh, jeez Louise.
Wow, we're having a bad night.
Unfortunate. Wait, hey, I can use my determination now, right?
Only if you're the main roller.
Doggone it. All right. Sorry.
Do you have something that can metal or?
Oh, I should go ahead. Say it again. I don't think I've got anything that. No.
So it's just gonna stand.
Can I use bold engineering to do anything with that? Oh wait, that's
only,
not
that's only your
my
dice.
threat. Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the threat and say that this thing is super mangled. You're gonna have to do in-depth study to figure this out. So you could look further into it. It's just gonna take a lot more time than what you currently put in.
All right, we'll take the time.
All right. Meanwhile, back on the surface, Dr. Morgana. We are now
Yes.
at Control Medicine difficulty 2.
Okay.
For your extended
Right.
phase.
Well. Okay. We will go with 1 momentum for the 3rd die. And do. Eh.
And we'll come back and roll 7 challenge dice.
Yes. Going to use that momentum to re-roll the 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 3 is 4. Got any other tricks in your sleeve?
Nope, afraid not.
Yeah, you work and work, but this is there's just a lot of little things you have to take care of. So no breakthroughs.
Yep.
Captain, been looking over the tactile situation. What will be the plan when Captain Fred arrives?
Full spread of photon torpedoes, right?
I mean, there's a lot of the things we can do, but
He's former Starfleet. Do we think that's a hook?
I don't think he is because with you guys information, this dude is a pirate.
All right, but did I mishear? I thought we got information that he was a former Starfleet officer of some kind.
And it's theorized that he was a former Starfleet officer.
Okay.
Is there a way to confirm it?
You could do facial recognition and scan through Starfleet records.
Yeah, I'll do that. And what would that be for the difficulty?
Roll security. Yeah, you don't have a really good picture on him. Computer security can help. Control security difficulty 4, complication 2.
Take it to a GM. And I would like to use forensics as a focus.
Absolutely. And lead investigator would also come into play.
Someone to go to the ship for me.
I can roll for the ship. Let's see here. Roll Gungnir. There it is. That's computer security, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, so we generated one momentum. And information will be incoming to your terminal. Alright, information loaded.
Apparently, the scan matches for a commander. Glor joined Starfleet 12 years ago, left sometime just before the official start of the Dominion War. Several government demands for violence towards officer, disobeying orders, and assaulting an officer. But also received a Purple Heart during Wolf 359.
He was at Wolf 359. Interesting. So was Sorrel.
Fairly sure most of us were at Wolf 359. Except for the doctor, because... No, the doctor would have been there too, I think.
Yeah. Well, it was a while ago, though, so I don't know.
Interesting enough.
Well, the attack on the Elorian homeworld was before Wolf.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, with it being
Interesting
like
enough.
from what
Sorrel, Insight Command, difficulty 3.
Insight Command, difficulty 3. Those aren't my super great places, but let's do what we do. Insight Command.
Additional dice?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll 4 dice, so I'll spend the momentum and give the threat necessary for that.
Alright. 1 momentum and shoot the rack.
Do I have a focus in this roll? Do I have a
History,
focus?
Starfleet protocols.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No focus. All right. Here we go. Darn it. Can I spend my determination and re-roll those 2 zeros?
Do you still?
I haven't used my determination.
haven't
I've
used-
asked a couple times, and I
You have
still
multiple times.
haven't.
Okay, that's what I was
Right,
thinking.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you may. To what value?
Okay. Haunted by the past.
Scarily enough, yes.
Yeah. All right. Go. There it is.
Do.
So I report to the captain that that this Captain Fred looks familiar to me. That I remember a Regalian lieutenant who lost his right arm during Wolf 359. I believe this is the same person who was serving on my ship.
He would have been
what ship?
engineer.
Would have been engineer.
What ship would that be?
I was serving on the what was it? Hang on, I remember. I was serving on the USS Bellerophon.
What class of ship was that?
It was a... What were we? Darn it. A second, I'll tell you.
Bellerophon. Was it Bellerophon or Wolf 359? I believe it was Nebula.
I think it was. Wanted to make sure.
What, the Bellerophon?
Yeah,
Isn't it its own? No, it became its own
Yeah.
class after Wolf.
It was a Nebula class starship.
Yeah. Because they did come out with a Bellerophon class.
Oh.
Which is like an Intrepid refit or something like that.
But at Wolf 359 would have been Nebula, so it was a Nebula class.
For 2 threats at Sorrel, I can give you an insight. Give you additional information.
I'll spend it. This is our big dude. We want to know what we can about him. Okay. Yes, this Regalian lieutenant was trying to keep turbolifts open to save his friends below deck. Sorrel had to make the decision to abandon the ship and to save what he could of the crew. So I had to stun this particular lieutenant to prevent him from venting the entire ship and leading to all of our deaths. He wasn't too happy about that.
Sounds like you have a nemesis.
Apparently.
Yeah, sounds like you are on this guy's shit list.
Yep. Sorrel tried to explain to him that his reaction was entirely illogical, and that doesn't seem to have found that to be a compelling argument.
So we've been on the planet for a couple of days now when Captain, incoming transmission.
Audio only.
Captain Incaller, this is Starbase Aegis. We're receiving a distress signal from the sensor network. Apparently a grid of sensors went down and you're the closest ship in the area.
Okay, how far is that?
Doing some quick math, about 2 days away from your current location at high warp. Captain Fred should be here in about a week, according to the governor.
What's the nature of the distress call?
They're just not receiving telemetry from it, so could be interference, could be destruction, could be a computer glitch.
Captain, I think it might be a good idea if I took a runabout or two out there to check this out, and the Gungnir stays here just in case this is a distraction.
With that potential, take the Slifney instead.
Yeah, Slipnir will be able to do that in about 3 days.
Okay.
So it'll be 6 days round trip. You should be able to get back in time, provided you don't run into any trouble.
Ah.
But, you know,
Trouble?
what trouble could we possibly find out there?
Sure, it's going to be a standard.
Just
No
3
And with
hours.
the way we've been rolling, it's going to be no problem either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously.
Who are you taking with you?
I'll take left and, I don't know, maybe a science officer and a security officer.
I'm gonna say Left F is quarantined and sick bay for a while. He needs some bed rest.
Oh, okay.
So Sorrel will definitely go with you.
I think best case is take yourself and maybe take someone to work con.
You can take Magnus for con, or here is a competent pilot. Trust her.
See if our Orion friend wants to go.
Captain, would you okay this?
Ross has at least seen her flying firsthand.
If you believe she'll be help, make it so. I imagine there's a big twinkle in their eye seeing the Delta Flyer.
And how about Zogar for some muscle?
Yes.
All right. Rogar, Sorrel, Rost, Hera. All right, Hera, you are carefully escorted to the Delta Flyer. This is the sleekest, coolest looking ship that you have ever seen.
I get to fly this? You're this isn't like some sort of horrible prank or anything?
Well, let's see what you can do with this thing. Just don't scratch the paint.
I can do so much with this thing.
Also, quite unsettlingly, there's also a very large Gorn, who's kind of cramped in there, stooping.
I feel like that this doesn't isn't as unsettling to her just because of her background. She's used to that type of. It's weird to see it like in this setting, but
Mm-hmm.
And this is his favorite shuttle, so, don't mess it up or he'll get upset.
I would never mess up with something like this. Are you kidding me?
And with that, you take off through the stars. And Dr. Peter Eid, so. I didn't consider where you guys are. So you fly your way out. Doctor spends a few more days and he's setting things up. Wait the song. And you come upon on the relay satellite, which has been shot up. Lots of damage on it.
All right, let's look at long-range sensors, see if there's anybody hanging around here.
That thing looks like it's seen better days of better days.
Oh yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 5, how in-depth of a long-range game would you go?
Let's do a 3.
Reason Science difficulty 3, assisted by sensor science.
All right. You want me to take that sensor roll?
Be a good idea.
All right. Diff 3. I'll give one threat to roll a third die. And see if we can actually do this. That is definitely a focus. So, all right. Eh. Eh.
You see nothing within in long range besides the other nodes. All of them within the in range of your long range sensors have been hit as well, and they're not transceiving.
Not picking up anything, Commander.
All right, looks like we have a number of sensors down. Are they in a repairable condition, or are they past that?
You could repair them, but you would need to bring them into a shuttle bay and repair them. You need to do a whole thing. You need to do that. You might be able to get closer and get some data off them while you're here.
Okay, we'll close up to the nearest one and see if we can download its sensor logs. And we can figure out what shot it up.
While they're looking at the sensor logs, can I look at a star chart and see if there's a pattern to what's out?
Absolutely. We'll do this just one at a time. So to grab the data, had some booby traps. You do have access. Okay, well that seems good. Control engineering difficulty 4, complication standard. Computer Air plus NG can help. And the computer is kind of in rough state, so So complication 2.
And we've got no momentum, right?
No momentum, sadly.
None.
Can Sorrel give me an assist?
You certainly can.
All right.
I'm going to spend 1 threat for a day.
All right.
This is control engineering. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bold engineering on this too, just in case.
Do you want to purchase additional dice, or 1 is good?
I think the 1 is fine.
Okay. Any focuses to apply?
I don't think any that apply on this one.
All right. Oh goodness.
Doggone it.
All the
Unfortunate.
champs.
Well, at least I get to re-roll that one, right?
Yep. And the ship can help with computers engineering. And then computers engineering from the Gungnir.
And no joy there.
No joy. You got nothing, and you have nothing to do with that patient. The computer's really shot up. You're having any trouble even getting a connection to this thing. You could try again, but it'll be difficulty 5.
What if we try another satellite? That'd be any different?
You could try, yeah, you could try something different. Yeah, mix it up a little bit.
Maybe we'll find one in better shape.
Yep. Meanwhile,
Most fixing.
Vera, you want to look see if there's a pattern here with where we're hit?
Like where the different, because they had scanned that there were different nodes hit. So she's trying to see if there's like, there's a specific area that they're trying to black out, or a specific like path that can be followed.
Reason, con, or security. We're looking. Don't have a lot of information. Difficulty 4. Computers con can help.
Alrighty. I will spend a threat to get a third dice.
Yeah.
Would clandestine navigation work on this?
Absolutely.
Seeing as it's
Do you just want 1 additional dice, or would you like another one?
clandestine navigation to the focus.
Yep.
Yep, just 1 additional dice is fine.
Like
3 dice is fine. Okay.
Like pizza you had, they just had.
I had like 2 slices left. I already ate it.
That's what it started with.
Oh my goodness, I'm not even.
I have bold.
Yes, you can re-roll that 0.
Yay.
And computers con from the Gungnir. Alright, you managed to get it. You look at where the map is, which I actually have a map. Zoom in. So we're about right here. And this blue line is where the sensor grid is. That's the Federation border.
Corn dog bite.
So you're right here. Surprisingly,
There was a box of
Uh,
them in the freezer. I saw it.
the damaged area is down here, specifically, almost 3.5, 4 days travel away from the planet. That math seems suspicious. There's nothing really around this area too. This goes into the tall grass region, and that's heavily patrolled.
Commander, right?
Yep.
You this doesn't really seem like the best place to hit if you were to do what they're doing here. There's something off about this.
Yeah, I think it's something of a distraction. All right, let's see if we can try another satellite or two to pull any sensor logs, and then head back.
All right. This satellite is thankfully in a little better shape. Difficulty 3. Sorrel, you can help too.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
And what was the ship on this one again?
Computers engineering. Two out of 3. Would you like to succeed at cost?
Yes, please.
Sorrel raises an eyebrow, which is an expression of extreme frustration.
You managed to get the information downloaded. It's kind of jarbled, old and stuff. You're gonna have to like take this back home and look it over. However, suddenly, your computer goes black. Black screen, black screen, black screen, all across the ship, as the computer starts to shut down.
Oh crap! We just been bombed.
And then in its place, instead of the friendly L cars, there's a red hourglass figure consuming your screens.
How much Bitcoin do they want?
This doesn't count as a scratch, right?
Yeah, this one's not on you.
Sorrel will begin trying to apply some version of an antivirus to prevent this takeover of the Sleipnir systems.
Control engineering. Difficulty E5, complication 2. This virus is nasty, and
Oh boy.
your interface systems are shutting down as you're trying to do this.
Control engineering. All right. Well, I'll spin the threat to. We don't have any momentum, do we? No. Guess I'll spin the threat to get 5.
Well, I can assist, right?
You can assist, or you can even lead if you want to.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think my engineering might be better
Is it better
to lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I will assist.
All right, I'm going to spend 3 threat to get 4 dice,
Alright. So I don't get.
and hope the dice gods are with me.
Worm's got to turn at some point, right?
Can I use a focus in Starship power systems or Starship propulsion systems? Would that be of any help with this?
I'm looking more for computer systems or.
I have computers, but I don't suppose that that will help him.
It'll help you, but
Right, obviously.
you
right,
had
I'll
something
stick-
like collaboration that would have helped, but the collaboration talent.
Yeah, okay, I'll just go with 4 dice then.
All right.
Come on, baby. Yeah. I mean, excellent.
You got 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I think with bold engineering, I can re-roll one of those, right?
I think you can.
Yes, you may. Big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy.
Yes.
There it is. As the Elcar strings are starting to shut down, and you manage to pull the control systems out and lash it towards a pad separate from the terminal, so you still have access as to the computer screens. However, the virus is still there, and it has currently turned off life support. You are it also turned off gravity, so you are currently floating.
Oh boy, floating.
So movement from one compartment to another is going to be a task roll.
So do we have to make another roll to fix life support?
Mm-hmm. Or you can focus on getting rid of the virus, or figure something out.
Well, so life support is down, but that we probably have some time there, right?
Yeah, you have a couple hours of air in here, provided it doesn't.
Sorrel would suggest focusing on the main threat, which is the virus, and dealing with.
We can get rid of that and fix things after that.
Yep.
All right, we'll continue focusing on the virus.
Yeah, you're not gonna like this roll.
Unlike many of the rolls tonight.
Oh, he's spinning threat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Control engineering difficulty 5, complication 3, as it is currently trying to shut off the local wireless network, which is the only way you're able to control the computer at the moment.
Denial of service attacks. No.
It's like we have to spend threat to fix it, but then it just fuels it.
Yep. Our rolls, we haven't produced momentum, and that's been kind of hurting us.
You could do this one step at a time, and do piecemeal setup advantages.
So, I can use my testing a theory, right? When I attempt a task.
At
Okay,
this point,
sorry.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's break it into chunks and learn and improve as we go.
Okay.
So, what chunk would you like to do first? So describe how you're going to set up an advantage.
We're going to see if we can isolate the different systems. Maybe physically, if possible. Maybe pull some chips out to deactivate some infected systems while we focus on one system?
I'll accept that.
And can Sorrel attempt to set up a firewall between the virus and the for lack of a better term, the router?
Yes, that'll be a separate roll.
Okay.
So daring engineering difficulty 3, complication 3, because you're gonna have to be floating around on the ship with no gravity and pulling yourself along to get to the different physical outputs.
Do we have mag boots?
You'll have to spend a turn putting them on.
And that would just would that? How much would that affect the roll? Just a complication, or?
If you spend 2 threat, you can have mad boots, and that would get rid of the complication.
Did you
All
say
right.
this?
Or you can make a roll to look through the slip near and try to find mag boots in its cargo bay.
Yeah, we'll take the second option.
All right.
Did you say this virus had a specific symbol?
Yes, it did.
It was an hourglass.
A red hourglass signal.
Yeah.
To find boots. Yeah.
I took that to mean that our time was up, but
Daring Con Diff 2 to dig around and find boots. And once you do, you can find boots. You find additional boots for 1 threat. Or 1 momentum.
See if Zogar can assist.
Zogar can assist.
That's right, I found him, Zogar.
Maybe additional momentum.
Actually, we'll take the momentum if he can.
Yeah.
I got Zogor.
Calder, go ahead and roll that. There we go.
Yeah,
2
some momentum.
For each momentum you spend, an additional person can have mag boots. And it will not have a complication moving about the ship.
I think Sorrel and I are the one focused on the computer stuff, so why don't we just do you and me?
Okay. As things start to get complicated. Vera, from on the computer from the front of the ship, you notice is a power surge in the warp engine.
oh boy.
We've got a big problem.
Several, in fact.
More of an antimatter problem.
That's a
Oh.
bigger problem. If we shut down the warp core, how long does it take to bring it back up?
It's a couple hours just to bring up safely. I would say at least 90 minutes.
Stranded.
It's
Yeah, we're
probably
stranded
what
now
they
anyway.
want.
Better than slowly dying.
Or very quickly dying.
Yeah.
I think we should shut down the warp core until we get this virus sorted out and then bring it back online. What do you think?
It's
Is there-
probably the safest course of action.
Zara would give it a thumbs up.
Daring engineering, difficulty 4 to quickly shut off the warp core. because warp cores aren't really designed to be shut off very easily.
I'm going to take that point of momentum, and if I could get an assist.
I can try to assist.
Vera, actually, you can assist, and you can use con, as this is a small craft.
Ooh.
By being the quote-unquote flight night officer, or you can make repairs to a ship using your con score instead of engineering.
Ah, that is actually super helpful.
By virtue of the seat you're in, so the seat power.
Oh, and I also have, I know my ship talent. So when you attempt to determine the source of a technical problem, I can get a bonus 20. Bonus die.
Yeah, that would have been helpful earlier.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Yep. At this point, it's not gonna help, but for future rolls with virus, it will.
And I have a focus in starship power and propulsion systems.
Absolutely.
Can I use that? All right.
Finally, some momentum.
Yay, we didn't blow up.
As you
Yet.
pull the plug on the warp core goes silent, and the ship is adrift. And then it starts spinning. I need everyone to make a fitness con on roll difficulty 3, as one of the rotational thrusters just starts firing at full speed.
Do the mag boots give any kind of advantage?
Yes, mag boots would. So you can do difficulty 2.
Was fitness and what else?
Fitness and con difficulty 3. Those with mag boots diff 2.
Wow.
Damn it.
I'm gonna spend a momentum and get 3 dice. Although I can't imagine that's gonna be enough anyway.
Zogor is going take a third GM for third die for Zogor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Don't have a focus in this. Yeah, no surprise.
Would focus? Are we like trying to dodge debris, or just like trying to keep our footing?
Trying to keep your footing and dodge the ship as it's spinning around you without your consent.
Would it have mattered if I had told the ship that I didn't give it its consent?
Not really, because the computer's
Oh,
not listening
okay.
to you. It's listening
Yeah, I've
to a
noticed.
Does focus evasive action help with that?
Virus. Yeah, dodging and keeping your footing and stuff. I would take that.
Ah.
Oh no. I'm just gonna take 2 threat. Rost, unfortunately, this is gonna have intense on it. I'm gonna say spend 1 more. That is 5 damage, and it is 4 resources to stay up, as you just get conked in the head.
Yeah, I'll spin it to stay up.
All right. 4 threat, or do you want to use 3 threat, 1 momentum?
1 momentum and the rest threat.
All right. You still take the damage on your sheet, though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
As the world spins around you, everyone else, it's just normal damage.
Is damage based on is the damage based on the number of success, like times we failed, or is it just flat?
It's just flat. Oof,
Okay.
you guys kind of got a worse roll. Everyone else takes 5 damage, but it just costs 2 resources to step up. As everyone's just kind of tumbled around in this thing, knocking into each other and into consoles and walls.
I'm not sure I understand how to expend a resource in this contract.
It's either threat or momentum, or you can spend a determination
gotcha.
to stay up.
I already spent my determinations. I don't see momentum, so I guess I'll spend 2 threat.
Zorgar will spend his determination,
On what value?
the only one he has.
Which is?
No, Gorn does the software trader.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll accept that. So with the determination spread, you still take the injury. So Zogar gets tumbled around and dislocates a shoulder. So he has increased complication. So he has increased complication with control task, but he is just gritting his teeth and running through it.
You'll have to take 2 threat from me as well.
All right. Right, and you still take the 5 threat, the 5 stress, but only Zogar's the one who got hurt. As everyone else just barely dodges out of the way or manages to keep their holding. Ship is spinning out of control. The pad. Yeah, the one pad you had that still had control is whizzing around the ship, and you have to make a grab for it. What would you like to do?
Are you speaking to Sorrel?
I'm speaking to everyone. We're not quite in combat.
Okay.
At turns. At this point,
Fighting
you
the
kind of
ship.
adjusted your rotation.
Yeah, we are
rotate
fighting the ship.
with the ship.
Okay. Are there any thrusters that can be used to stabilize our spin? Or
I think it's the controlling them is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. With the computer problem, and now we've got.
Can we try and manually control the thruster bypassing the computer?
You may certainly try.
I mean, he has a fun fact about the Delta Fly too. He doesn't use a control panel for flying the ship.
That's right. It actually has a manual yoke because Tom Paris is a dork.
Oh, so Vera can actually try to take control of it?
It would be like steering a car without power or steering, but you can certainly try. Yeah, instead of the computer interfacing it and stuff, you are basically just tugging on strings and hoping it opens the throttle valve. You're flying by string. Or fly by wire, I believe it's called.
She recognizes the situation is dire, but there's this look of like excitement. This is probably the most excitement she's had in months.
Let's see, Darren Khan. Spend a little bit. Let's make this interesting.
I failed to see what is amusing about our situation, Vera.
I'll explain it to you later.
And there was a trait on the Delta Flyer that has to do with
Hot Rod it. So that's comp 1.
Yep. Hot Rod will increase confidence involving engine systems. Yep. So that is so we can ignore the complication on that because of Hot Rod.
And am I able to use the precision maneuvering talent because there's a collision risk, or precise maneuvering?
How does that read?
Reduce the difficulty of a task by 1 when attempting a task that requires precise maneuvering or where there is a collision risk. I don't know if there is one for this. That's what I was asking.
You are not at a collision in risk. You're kind of in open space.
That's fair. Figured it was worth asking.
Yep, always worth asking. Do you have any focuses?
Helm operations?
Absolutely.
I will give you a threat as much as I'm scared to.
One threat. Anything else? Any other focuses or determinations you might throw in?
I don't have any determination left. I spent my one.
All right. You may fire when ready.
I got the ship.
Aren't the computers off?
The computer still helps with engines, just not gonna help with
Oh, nice.
computers. And yeah, tasks are more difficult. As you're able to float your way back to the front of the ship, you would adjust your roll with it, sit down, strap yourself in, and you grab the yoke, straining against the turn, trying to get that thruster to fire, and slowly the opposite thruster fires, and your rotations start slowing. The stars drift slower, and you are in a controlled situation now. The room stops spinning.
Good.
Everyone's sober.
Told you I wouldn't scratch it.
Yeah, Sorrel will get back to work on that firewall.
Computer's not gonna be much help, but and you're just trying to get advantage to that, and control science difficulty 2, complication 3, as this virus really doesn't want you doing this.
All right. Well, I'll spend a threat to get a third dice. Well, yeah, and is this a task that I've succeeded on already?
Yes it is. So testing theory will come in, but that means you would have to spend 2 threat to get that at 4th dice.
I will do it.
All right. So 2 threat, and you get 4 dice altogether.
It seems like the night to be overly cautious on that front. Let's see what happens. And of course, there's a crit.
You have a reroll?
I don't think I can use my metal to do that. No. I don't think I do.
All right. So you get the firewall all up. You have 1 advantage against the virus. However, it is currently in 2 systems at once.
Yeah.
So in order to completely quash this, you're going to have to attack both systems at the same time.
Okay. Did we earn any momentum off that?
Oh, you do, actually. I can count. I math occasionally. So you have 2 momentum. You could spend that 2 to quash that complication. And
Does that make sense, guys, to do that? I think it does. But we've had difficulty stacking momentum, so I don't know. What do you?
you want to quash it
Anyone?
or let it stand?
Yeah, get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna quash it.
All right. As you see that the virus is in 2 systems at once, you open the partition between them, and the virus kind of intermingles with itself, and you slam it down and you trap it in one system. I have no idea if that makes sense computer-wise, but sure.
In a hacker's sort of sense, yeah.
In a hacker sort of sense. We're improvising.
That's right.
You have 1 advantage against the computer virus, and you're currently not getting spun around. Do you want to make some more advantages, or do you want to just try swinging for this?
The way we're rolling, I think we might need some more advantages.
All right. Any other ideas? You currently have it locked in the communications array.
So we recognized that there was a red hourglass that came up. Does anyone have any familiarity with the red hourglass? Is that pinging off anyone that might give us some insight into the nature of the virus? Maybe give us an advantage against it.
You can certainly try.
Not red.
How would we go about that then?
If you're just trying to do this off memory, insight or reason, security or science, difficulty 4.
I
It is
can try
pretty
to assist.
obscure. Or this person has gone through lengths to keep themselves
Gotcha.
underground.
All right, difficulty 4.
Vera, you might have a trait that could apply to this.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has a former syndicate member. I'm guessing would maybe help with this.
Yes.
Well, why don't
you can make this
why don't you-
at diff 3.
Yeah, so why don't you take the lead and I'll assist.
Yeah. So you just any combination of reason, security, or insight, science, however those together.
All right. I'll give you a threat for another. Diff 3 for you. Okay. I'll give you a threat for another die, and focus skullduggery.
Yes, it's definitely underground thing. Sorrel, you can assist with security.
Okay.
Can Zoe Rogar assist with insight security?
Yes, as well. Surprisingly, Vera, you kind of know about this. That is the hacker symbol for the Black Widow.
Okay, I think I remember this one. Don't hear about the hackers very often, but this one, the Black Widow, ring any bells for anybody else?
Dot.
If the naming's in.
Yeah, sent you some information on Discord. That's about.
I believe it's an Earth-based arachnid or a comic book character from the 21st century.
It's also a Tholian. That's about all I know about them. They're kind of secretive, but if anything, if the name is anything to go by and it's arachnid, I say we're in the web.
So Tholian wouldn't that give us some advantage knowing having some familiarity with
knowing that's a Tholian, you could use their basis of psychology and how they do computers and stuff has an advantage.
Right. Perfect.
And no, there's totally not a theme going on here. The Hulk, Black Widow,
Oh, yeah, I
Captain
noticed.
Fred. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's clever. The Captain Fred one's clever.
Yeah.
All right, so you have 2 advantages against this Diff 5 task. Anything else you can think of?
I'm coming up with nothing here.
We could smash the communications array that it's in.
Well, it's in our. It's on the ship. It's in our systems now, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, so didn't he trap it in the communications array
Yeah.
or in the systems?
Yeah, you trapped it in the communication system.
Oh, our
and-
systems. You're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's still in your system.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's caught in your communication arrays, and it is now transmitting.
Oh crap!
It is screaming into the void on all frequencies.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Disconnect it. Kill
Yeah.
it.
Kill it with fire.
I mean, if you want to kill it,
Yeah, I think we. Well, the communications array though, isn't that outside the ship? Would
I
we
mean, you
need
still
to
have
be
a
out?
computer inside.
Right. I was just thinking about, shutting that system down entirely with that.
Before it calls somebody to us.
Right.
Yeah. You like daring engineering. This is quickly realizing, oh crap, and quickly shutting the thing off. So this is your one chance. This is your one shot.
Ooh,
Okay,
You might miss.
I'll roll it here.
Yeah.
I'll assist.
Yeah. Perfect.
You can assist.
can the ship assist?
The ship's computers are kind of knackered at the moment.
I'll spend 1 point of threat so I can do bold engineering.
All right. There you go.
And because I'm assisting with is this a repair task for the seat power?
Yes, you can use Daring Con.
Come on.
Okay. Vera, brace for impact. As
Oh no.
you try to pull the chip and you get an electrical shock for 5 damage. Unfortunately, you already avoided an injury this scene, so you have to go down. You can only avoid an injury once per scene. Non-lethal, but unless your stress track is filled. How's your stress track?
Yeah. I have 3 pips left, so.
Okay, so this is not a lethal injury. You can wake up at the end of the scene, but unless someone can do a medical task on you, you are unconscious.
Oh dear, I had to run off real quick. What happened?
We blew
Vera
up.
tried to help Ross unplug the communication array, and she took an electrical shock and is
Oh my gosh.
unconscious, floating in the.
Is there a way Zogar could pull her out and take half damage? Well, half of that damage.
Yeah, I'll allow that. He could do daring security difficulty 3. If he hits it, he can and take half that damage from her.
Okay, take a threat GM. Good roll, that's 0.
Nothing. All right, so we stand at 3 advantages against this virus and a difficulty 5 task.
Okay.
Well, that's a difficulty 2.
Yep.
I'd say we can do it now.
Yeah. State control, engineering. I'm just gonna put this up flat, and then we can apply advantages. Three.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a threat dump. And we have 3 advantages.
All right,
Nice.
Commander, if you're ready, I can assist.
All right, so what does that do to the final?
Depends on how you apply it. You can apply advantage to the complication or the difficulty, or however you want to do it. So you can bring the complication down by 3, you can bring the difficulty down by 3, or you can split these.
I'd say 2 to difficulty and 1 to complication.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Alright, so diff 3, comp 3. When all is said is done.
All right, I'll spend 1 threat for bold engineering.
Sorrel and Zogar can assist.
I recommend spending 2 more dice.
You get 1 more. Or Ross?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing a dice, and you could re-roll that 0.
I'll use. I know my ship to reroll that 0.
Yep.
There we go. And
Now here's Zogar's assist.
There we go. After the harrowing 20 minutes dealing with this virus, you finally wipe it from the computer, reboot, the L colors come back on, gravity comes back on, you'll settle to your feet, and you fall to the floor exhausted.
All right, I'm going to get us underway under impulse power while the warp core is restarting.
Mhm.
And make best possible speed away from here.
After 90 minutes, you can and boot the warp core back online. Vera, you come to. You have a killer headache, but you're no worse for wear.
Also, Ross to Gungnir, and I'll explain to the captain what just happened to us.
You are currently in a scattering field. You need to make a roll to attempt to communicate.
Okay.
Control. Control engineering. Control engineering difficulty 4. Slipnir can assist and the Gungnir can assist. And if you want what's Bailey Bailey, the ops officer, can assist as well if you wish to activate her. As both of you
Yes.
are trying to like tune in and try to find each other.
Yes, we'll do that.
All right.
I got the ship. Someone get
Which
Bailey.
one?
Both ships can
Gungnir.
help.
I'll do the Slibnir.
And then someone gonna roll for Bailey. Do some momentum on this. Goodness. Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen this many critical fails.
Do you have a means?
I've gotten 3 in one roll.
Do you have a means of re-rolling this, or?
No, but we have 2 momentum.
Yeah, we do.
Quash it.
Darn it! I was gonna have fun with this.
Burn it.
You know what? I can still have fun. I have two threat. There we go.
Ah, damn it.
You have communication. It is really sketchy. Commander Ross, I need you to write your message in Discord, in private message to me on Discord. You have a limit of 25 words or less. That is all the information you can get out.
It's old
All
Twitter.
right.
Old school message spell.
It's such a specific image. Once Vera's up and like clears her head, she'll go to take over the helm so that Ross can focus on this.
All right, there you go.
We fired the warp engines back up, right? Where that cycle is going on.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. After a while, you keep the warp engines back up.
Okay.
All right. Calder, this is the message you received from the Slipnir.
All your base are belong to us.
And if you would like Calder, you can also respond back on text message 25 words or less. Calder?
Maybe it's BRB.
All right. You do get a affirmative that your message went through, Ross, but you're not sure if they're sending a reply, as you are zipping off through space as quickly as possible. However, on the planet itself, the Gungnir here on long-range sensors, Patterson and pipes up. Captain, I have warp signatures. Errors coming in. Three small vessels, no identification. ETA, 48 hours.
How long till the flight gets back?
They're about
Hello?
3 days is out, sir. Looks like we have to stand our ground out here without them.
How long would it take for the Gungnir to pick him up and then come back here? Because the Gungnir can go faster than the Delta Flyer.
You're still looking at 2 days to rendezvous with them and 2 days back. So unless somehow the Slipnir has an incredible pilot, they're not going to be here in time.
Okay.
And with if that news weighing on your head, Ed, and your timetable suddenly moving up, we end tonight's episode.
Oh boy.
And with that, the credits will roll. Be sure to catch us next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. here on Twitch, to catch our next adventure on the Frontier. Thank you to our awesome players here tonight, and thank you for Vera Everson and for joining us today. And hopefully you will find a permanent place on the crew. Music provided by Kevin McLeod. You can find you can check out his royalty-free music at edcomtech.com. As always, we are forever grateful to Lord Jiphius for giving us the tall ship, and to the great bird of the galaxy, Gene Roddenberry, for giving us the stars to guide us. Until next time, fly true, stay safe, and take us out.